Hulk Hogan, whose real name was Terry Gene Bollea, passed away on the morning of July 24, 2025, at the age of 71. He died in his home in Clearwater, Florida. According to official reports from local authorities and confirmation from World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, the cause of death was cardiac arrest. Emergency medical services responded to a 911 call at approximately 9:51 a.m. after someone in the home reported an individual in distress. When paramedics arrived, they found Hogan unresponsive. He received immediate medical attention on the scene from Clearwater Fire and Rescue personnel. Despite their efforts, he was transported to Morton Plant Hospital, where he was officially pronounced dead. TMZ was the first outlet to report the incident, followed by confirmations from major news sources, including CBS Sports, ESPN, and the Associated Press. WWE also made a public statement, expressing sorrow and acknowledging Hogan's foundational role in the global success of the wrestling industry. Local law enforcement has stated that more information may be provided in a public press conference, but as of now, no foul play is suspected. The cardiac arrest came after months of public speculation regarding Hogan's health. In May 2025, he underwent a complex cervical spine surgery to address long-standing nerve and spinal issues. At the time, there were rumors circulating online that he had fallen into a coma or was on his deathbed. His wife, Sky, addressed those rumors publicly, denying them and stating that Hogan was recovering well from his surgery. Despite her statements, the wrestling legend had not made any major public appearances following the procedure, and his health remained a subject of speculation among fans and media. Throughout the last 2 decades of his life, Hogan underwent multiple surgeries, reportedly over 25. These included major operations on his back, hips, knees, shoulders, and abdominal area. According to interviews and reports, he had 10 separate back surgeries, hip replacements, and various procedures related to chronic pain management. His body had absorbed decades of physical punishment due to the nature of professional wrestling, where repeated impacts, heavy lifting, and joint stress are routine. In one interview, Hogan admitted that he could no longer feel his lower extremities properly due to nerve compression and past damage to his spine. Despite the physical toll and ongoing medical challenges, Hogan remained active in the wrestling community. Just weeks before his passing, he was promoting a new wrestling venture called Real American Freestyle. Unlike sports entertainment wrestling, this new promotion was designed to highlight traditional amateur-style wrestling, the kind seen in Olympic formats. The company had scheduled its first official event for August 30, 2025, which was expected to be a turning point for Hogan's post-performance career. With Hogan's death, the future of the project has become uncertain. The organization has not released a statement about how it plans to move forward without its founder. Public and professional reactions to Hogan's passing came swiftly and widely. WWE issued an official message expressing condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and fans around the world. The statement described Hogan as a key figure in establishing the company's global popularity during the 1980s and 1990s. Ric Flair, a longtime colleague and rival, posted a message on social media referring to Hogan as the greatest icon in wrestling history. Charlotte Flair, Todd Grisham, and other figures in the industry also acknowledged his influence and legacy. Beyond the wrestling world, several political and public figures also shared their condolences. Senator J.D. Vance called Hogan an American cultural force, while Donald Trump Jr. referred to him as a childhood hero. Fans from around the world posted personal tributes, reflecting on the role Hogan played in shaping their understanding of wrestling, sports entertainment, and pop culture during the late 20th century. Hogan's professional career began in the late 1970s, but he rose to global fame in the 1980s, when he became the face of the then World Wrestling Federation (WWF), now known as WWE, known for his massive physical build, distinctive mustache, yellow and red ring attire, and booming charisma. Hogan became a household name. He headlined the first WrestleMania in 1985 and went on to win the WWE Championship 6 times. His matches against other major stars of the time, such as Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, and The Ultimate Warrior, drew massive television audiences and helped bring professional wrestling into mainstream entertainment. One of his most iconic moments came in 1987 when he body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 in front of more than 93,000 fans. That event is still cited as one of the most important moments in professional wrestling history. Hogan's brand extended beyond wrestling. He starred in films like Rocky III, Mr. Nanny, and Suburban Commando, and became a frequent guest on late-night talk shows, game shows, and commercials. In the mid-1990s, Hogan made a significant move by leaving WWF and joining rival promotion World Championship Wrestling (WCW). In 1996, he dramatically altered his public persona by turning heel, adopting the character of Hollywood Hogan, and forming the New World Order (UNWO) with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. This transformation was a major turning point in wrestling storytelling and contributed to WCW's dominance in television ratings for 83 consecutive weeks. His work in WCW is credited with revitalizing his career and reshaping the way wrestling storylines were developed for mature audiences. However, the late 1990s and early 2000s also brought setbacks. Hogan's involvement in controversial storylines, like the infamous finger poke of Doom match in WCW, led to fan backlash and a decline in ratings. WCW eventually collapsed and was bought out by WWE in 2001. Hogan returned to WWE in the early 2000s and had a notable match against Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson at WrestleMania X8 in 2002. That match was one of the loudest crowd reactions ever recorded and marked a key moment in wrestling history, when two generational stars shared the ring in 2010. Hogan signed with TNA Wrestling, but his time there was not as successful. Critics and fans pointed out that the promotion relied too heavily on aging talent and failed to develop younger stars. Hogan left the company after 3 years. His legacy took another serious hit in 2015 when a private sex tape was leaked online, revealing him using racial slurs. WWE terminated his contract immediately and removed him from the Hall of Fame section on their website. The incident led to significant public backlash. Hogan later apologized for the remarks, stating that the comments were made during a private conversation and did not reflect his values. WWE eventually reinstated him in 2018, and he made limited appearances in the years that followed. The leaked tape also triggered one of the most significant media law cases in U.S. history. Hogan sued the website Gawker for invasion of privacy, and the court awarded him $115 million in damages. The judgment led to Gawker's bankruptcy and became a turning point in legal discussions around privacy, press freedom, and online publishing ethics. Despite the controversies, Hogan remained an influential figure in wrestling culture. His entrance music and signature moves became ingrained in the identity of the sport. Many of today's top wrestlers have cited Hogan as an inspiration for entering the business. His legacy includes 2 inductions into the WWE Hall of Fame. Once individually in 2005 and again in 2020 as part of the NWO. At the time of his passing, Hogan had mostly retreated from frequent public appearances, but maintained contact with fans through interviews, podcasts, and his social media platforms. His final months were largely spent at home in Florida, focusing on health and business projects. Friends close to the family have said that he was optimistic about his new wrestling company, and had been spending time with his children and grandchildren. Drugs or alcohol have been mentioned in connection with Hogan's death, and no criminal investigation is underway. An official medical examiner's report is expected to clarify whether any long-term health conditions contributed to the cardiac arrest. The Clearwater Police Department has announced plans to hold a press briefing in the coming days to address the media and public inquiries. Hogan's death closes a significant chapter in the history of professional wrestling. His career not only shaped WWE into the massive entertainment brand it is today, but also influenced global perceptions of what professional wrestling could be. Fans from multiple generations continue to recognize him as a symbol of an era where wrestling transcended sport and became mainstream culture. Although his life was not without controversy, his professional accomplishments and influence are part of the foundation upon which modern wrestling was built. The outpouring of respect and remembrance reflects the scale of his impact. As fans in the industry wait for more information regarding the full circumstances of his passing, one thing is clear: Hulk Hogan's presence in professional wrestling history will not be forgotten.